Welcome to the 30-day transformation challenge, week number 2, day 1. So today we're going to focus on something so very critical in developing the kind of prayer life we want to have. A kind of prayer life that is dependent upon God, the kind of prayer and prayer life where there is a sense of you're walking into the presence of royalty. It's difficult for us to understand that because God is so holy and we are not, except by His grace. And so we're going to talk about, in this video, in these few minutes, we're going to talk about taking on the characteristic of humility, of becoming humble. Now here's the thing about humility and as it relates to our prayer life. You can't pursue humility directly. You can't just leave this video and think, well, I'm going to be humble today, because that is not how it works. Humility is something that God works in you, that He transforms, makes, and creates within you as you do certain things. There are definitely things we can do. And so we're going to focus on those today and over the next couple of days. But as you become more and more humble, as God develops this within us, what happens is our prayer life, our prayer life changes. Not in some kind of mystical way, but in a Spirit-led way, our prayers are transformed because we are becoming more and more humble. Probably one of the greatest acts of humility outside of the becoming flesh that Jesus undertook was the King of Kings, our Lord, washing the feet of His disciples. You can read about this in John chapter 13. But think about that for a moment. The one who is Lord, He is the King. He is the Messiah, the promised one. He was at creation. He is the Creator. He is the one who took the time to humble Himself and wash the feet of His disciples. And He wanted all to see that this is how God acts. This is how the Good Shepherd treats other people. So I want you to keep that in mind. Go back and read that in John chapter 15. Because that is the attitude we want to have. That is the attitude or the mindset we want to develop. And so keep seeking the help of the Spirit. Put on your prayer list, God, help me to be humble. Help me to be like Christ, who took a towel and a basin and washed probably some dirty feet of His disciples. Now, the other activity I want you to do is you're going to no doubt run across someone that you're going to be able to serve today. And I want you to be open to that. You're not looking for any response from them. If you get a thank you, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Because right now, yes, it's about serving them, but this is about God using that act of service to transform you and therefore your prayer life. And so look for that opportunity. Maybe it's at the local Starbucks and somebody's digging in their purse for that extra change or can't find their debit card. You step in and pay for that coffee. Or it is some need that arises that you become aware of, maybe via an email or a conversation you overhear. But whatever it is, be open to that and pray about that and look for a way to meet that need. I was reading myself this morning of the Good Samaritan, the parable of the Good Samaritan. And the whole point of the reason why the Samaritan was good was he took on the responsibility, the needs of someone in need. He took on that responsibility and made it his own. In other words, he treated this person in need like he would treat himself. And so that's the challenge. That's the activity for you in the second activity today. This activity might take more than a day. I understand that. You may not come across, you may forget about it, only to, come home tonight and think, oh, wow, or it might be a need within the family that's been neglected. But just be open to it. Be open to the time frame that it might take. And I want you to think how this act of service, once you've done that, has impacted your prayer life. Because you're going to, I assume, pray for the opportunity. You're going to pray for the person that you're going to be serving. You're going to be praying for yourself, that you're not looking for accolades and praise yourself. You're simply looking for that opportunity to serve. And record that experience and what's going through your mind, of course, in your journal. Okay? God will begin to develop more and more of this humility within you as you lay down your life and serve others. Okay? So that's it for week number 2, day number 1. We'll see you in the next video.